clash, one fall. Time will explode. You could feel red blood run cold across the postcode. Got me down bad and the fear get viral. Fans screaming season done like a survival spiral. But breathe, my brother, fear don't leave. North London Warriors built from a stronger creed. Arteta armor defense like granite. We don't melt, this ain't that planet. No panic in the streets of North London. Even when that moment make red blood run cold, we stand strong. Fear fades quick when the baseline rolls. Cannon on the chest, never lose control.
It's Tuesday, it's near 10:30. That can mean only one thing. It's Tuesday night, Tuesday Club at the Adams Arms, a speakeasy. So, I want to get straight in on this. Chelsea won, Arsenal won, of course, a disappointing result. In beginning of the match, I probably would have taken a draw off you, given that our two first-choice centre-backs were out of action together. And before people go in on me about, we're supposed to have a big squad. Yeah, you do have to have a big squad to win the league. But I can't think of any other teams that could lose their two first-choice centre-backs and put up a good fight against the World Club Cup holders, Chelsea. Second place when we played them at their place, and they were up for it. It was scrappy. But to me, it felt a little bit like, on reflection, it felt a little bit like, you know, when you're in a playground and two lads have got a beef and everyone's standing around them shouting, fight, 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 but neither of them really look like they want to get into it. Given that they lost a player on the 38th minute, Caicedo, and I do think it's a red card, it's probably a bit borderline, but I'm taking it as a red card. It was reckless and dangerous. You did think maybe if we had over a half, we'll put it this way. When we're down to 10 men, other teams seem to camp out in our goal area. But we didn't manage to do that against Chelsea. It looked leggy. It looked tired. It looked fatigued. At the start of the week, I kind of felt like the two most important games were Tottenham and Chelsea. 6 points were more important than the points against Bayern. But the game against Bayern with a full-strength team was a statement. It was a statement victory that everybody wanted and everyone was happy with. Straight after the statement victory against Tottenham. But look, all of that to one side, we can discuss the Chelsea game. It's happened. It's over. We have tomorrow night's game against Brentford to look forward to. But before we get into that and whether Thomas, the Frank engine, has run out of steam and his project at Tottenham is already derailed, or whether Arne Slot has to go, we can talk about that as well. But before that, I want to ask a question. This is my question. Someone help me. Why is it always Arsenal dropping points? Last season, when Manchester City equalised in the 97th minute with the last kick of the game, we dropped points. When they came to the Emirates and we equalised in the end stage of the game, we dropped points. When Liverpool came to the Emirates last season and got a draw, we dropped points. When we go to second place Chelsea, 6 points behind us, World Club Cup holders, European winners, when we go there without our first choice centre-backs, both of them, we get a draw and we drop points. It seems like we're the only team dropping points. But the mad thing is we are dropping points. But we're dropping fewer points than everyone else. We've dropped 9 points this season. The reaction of some of our fans has been really, really surprising to me. Like nervous, twitchy. This is it. It's the beginning of the end. I just watched Manchester City go away to Fulham and they got a victory. And if it had been a 1-0, I probably would have been like, that's strong. But 5-4? A City team that's already lost 4 games this season? I'm not feeling the danger of the big blue shark. I don't think that we're dropping points is really what's going on. I think we're expected to win every single game. Did you expect us to win every single game? Are we not in a better position than anyone thought we would be? And if we can beat Brentford tomorrow, and we do need to beat Brentford tomorrow, but if we beat Brentford tomorrow, the lead goes back to 5 points. And if you look at the next 6 fixtures, the next 6 fixtures that we have, that City have, and Chelsea have, and look, I'm saying it, Liverpool are out of the title race for me. They just are. If you don't think so, I'd suggest you stick a bet on it. 15-1 at the moment. So I think that we are in a really strong position. And yes, while I didn't want to see us drop 2 points against the 10-man Chelsea, I'm not really buying that it's always us dropping points. That's my opening. What do you guys want to talk about? I just want a part of the Arsenal fan base to just calm down. It's like this. We are, if you compare this season with the 5 best seasons Arsenal have had in my lifetime, the 5 league titles. In those 5 league title seasons, at this game week rather, only 2 of those seasons were better than this one. One of them was the Invincibles, no surprises. The other one was 91, and I think this season feels a lot like 91. An incredibly good defence, resilient, tough, and kind of won the league at a canter, but Liverpool had dropped right off. That season in 1990, when we were at game week 13, we had 1 point more than this team, having conceded the same number of goals. So far this season, we've conceded 8 goals in 18 matches. We're top of the Premier League by 5 points, or 2 points tonight with a game in hand. We're top of the Champions League, having conceded only 1 goal. Isn't this better than you thought it would be? Shall we just celebrate that? Let's see what kind of mood you're all in. Thanks for being here. You're absolutely... And I know there wasn't a show on Friday, and I know there wasn't a show on Sunday. Of course, I know that. But there's lots of plans coming up for the month of December. Is going to be a really busy one here, and I need you all at your best. So thank you for being here. It is, of course, becoming a tradition that Hawkwind is the first one in. And on the occasion of his appearance... Hawkwind Geezer. I'm going to lose my place. Hawk, no, you're the geezer. Zanzi, good to see you, sir. Zanzi, your geese. And Miss Melina, have you seen her? Yes, we have. Jose, BX Gunner. What's this now? 8129? Nah, you're just Jose. You're BX Gunner. I'm not having all these numbers. Is it still doing that thing where it's got all of your, what are they called? Handles. I don't know. Gen X. All right, so there she is, Malia. A show is not the same without you. Big up, Bossman, and the legends in the chat. There are some legends in the chat. All good, Zanzi. Our fan base act like origami. Boy, Tendy, I think you and I are singing from the same hymn sheet. No panic in the streets of North London. But you want me to be scared of Man City? Fine, I'll do it. You know, they look so devastating going forward. How do you go from 5-1 to 5-4? Seriously, it's ridiculous. Hawkwind. Very special mention to the Slagmeister himself, Mr. Sam Greenwood, who is, I don't know how old he is today, but it is indeed his birthday. Hope you're having a fantastic time. Hope everyone's well, says Rosie. Rosie! It's always Arsenal dropping points because the fans that present that angle are narcissists. And they don't even good justification for being narcissists. I don't think anyone has a good justification for being a narcissist. I think it's a coping structure. But I think the people who are mostly talking about us dropping points, the media, I forgive them. They've got to drum up interest, haven't they? They've got to make this title race seem more interesting than it currently feels. Because do you feel, I mean, everyone who keeps telling me, oh, Man City, this isn't the same Man City as 2 years ago and 3 years ago when they were just better than everyone else. This is more like the City of last season, who lost 9 games. And if you think, oh, well, they won't do that this season, they've already lost 4 in the first third of the season. So I could see it. I think their next 6 fixtures are relatively straightforward. I'm going to go through the fixtures. I'm going to go through tomorrow's game as well. I want to hear what you think the starting lineup will be. And trying to interpret Mikel Arteta's press conferences is a bit long, isn't it? But I did get the impression that it was possible that Saliba might be fit. I don't know. Let's just stick with give away what I think. And also I'll give score predictions. And then if we've got time, let's look at a bit of fantasy Premier League. Because I had a good week. And I'm having a good week this week. But I think anyone who has Haaland as captain is probably already off to a good start. Malia says, still feeling positive and super proud of the guys, even though we dropped points. Win, lose or draw, always support our team. was a time where going away to a top 6 side wasn't necessarily dropping points. We have played Liverpool away now, Newcastle away now, Chelsea away now. So second half of the season is looking better, by the way. I didn't even mention that. We are where we are after a really challenging start to the season. And people keep saying, oh, you know, Man City are gaining on you. If we win tomorrow, they'll be 5 points behind us. At the end of the international break, they were 4 points behind us. It doesn't feel like gaining to me. A draw is the beginning of the end. Fucking hell, Man City last week, for fuck's sakes. You know what? It's only the end of the world for us. If you look at some of the seasons I've been looking at, the previous seasons, in game week 13 in 1998, we lost to Derby 3-0 away, but I mean, it's Derby. And we went on to win the league that season. You just need to know what a roller coaster of emotions a Premier League title is going to be. Look at the Aguero moments and the Michael Thomas, even better Michael Thomas moments in the first division. Like, it can go down to the last kick of a season, 38 games. It's mad, but I don't think it will this season. I think we're looking good. I'm happy to stick my neck out and say I think we're winning the league this season. It's only December, but end of this calendar month, going into a brand new year, I think we could still be 5 points clear, and that's not bad. That's not bad. I know. And I'm going to say it again, people say, oh, well, we were 8 points clear of Man City. We were 8 points clear of a different Man City with a different squad. You know, that season we lost Saliba and we replaced him with Rob Holding. Differences. There are differences. Oi, oi, Savaloys! Collis is here. Colliston 42. A remedy for a gentleman. What the fuck? Is it over for City after they lost to Newcastle? No, they've lost 4 times this season, by the way. They've lost 4 games. Oh, but they won't lose any more. They're going to pick up 4 points. I don't think so. I think if they get 4 points from here to the end of the season, they finish on 100 points. That's how different they are from the Centurion side. Idris Adam! Good to see you, sir. And where else are we? Excuse me. I might be dying. I'm disappointed, Dan. They think a draw is a loss. They thought we were on to win the league with Sterling. You know what? Listen, no one knows what's going to happen, right? You can spend the rest of the season. I'm not talking to you, by the way, Boy Tendia. You and I are on the same page. I'm saying to anyone out there who wants to feel scared, anxious, and miserable about where we are in the league. I keep saying 5 points clear. You know what I mean? If we win against Brentford with 5 points clear, that's not terrible. It's not terrible, and it's not. You know, we've played really well, but Man City, Liverpool have played really badly. Chelsea have shown something, but it couldn't beat us at their place. And I know that the big reason for that is probably because Caicedo got himself sent off. But how boring have these comparisons of Caicedo and Rice been? You know, he was reckless and ridiculous, and they went down to 10 men. It could have been, obviously, I don't think I want to start talking about the refereeing, but yellow card for you, yellow card for, I mean, it could have been down to 9 apiece, couldn't it? So a draw in the end, like I said, I think both teams didn't go for it enough. Although I was impressed with Chelsea down to 10 men. I can't pretend I wasn't. Queen of Arsenal. Dun, 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 dun. My narcotic's not strong enough for this fan base. Just listen. Just choose where you go, right? We come here. Everybody's cool here. It's calm. Did you see Arsenal sign kids for 2027? I didn't. Dan, the dress code was a white LL Cool J. Good job. It could have gone so much worse for me, Rosie. You're an absolute diamond. Blue Sharks are not really that dangerous. It's those big grey fuckers you have to worry about. Yeah. I think most people spazzing out only followed Arsenal in the 21st century. Hear that. Absa. Do you know what? Like, if you'd never been through a league title race before, you've just seen other teams go through it, you forget. Winning teams don't win every single game. That's just not... The expectations of fans these days are far in advance of anything I lived through. I was trying to think, well, I do remember us losing to Derby, and there were a few results in the 97-98 season. I mean, apart from anything, it was a season where we had to come from miles behind, but we lost against Derby. around the middle of December, about the 13th of December, we got beaten at home by Blackburn 3-1. And of course, it was over. It was done. It wasn't much longer until Paddy Power paid out on bets. And we ended up, I think it was like 13 games in a row we won. Which of the teams in the title race, are you putting Liverpool in the title race anymore? I know it's theoretically possible. I just don't believe it, right? But it would be a mad, mad win for them from here. Like I said before, they're 15-1. It's usually for a reason, right? If you count them out, it's Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal. I got to say, I haven't seen Chelsea. Well, you know when people always talk about the eye test. You can't use XG. You've got to use the eye test. Can't count things. Use your eyes, not your brain. But when people say you've got to use your eye test, using my eye test, Chelsea don't look like champions to me. Nor, must I admit, do Manchester City, although it is thrilling, these 5-4s away to Fulham. I wonder what the coach journey for the I'm sure they flew stealth bombers home. I wonder what the journey home for Manchester City players was today. Was it a positive, buoyant mood? Were they happy they held out 5-4? Because it could have been so different right at the death. There he is, Chris Nix. Hey, handsome chaps. Hello, Chris. How are you? Now, evening landlord, I'll have a pint of best team in the world and a packet of probably not Arsenal, please. Zanti Barbarian, hope you're well. Like, yeah, you've got Zanti Barbarian again. Oh. When are they going to let you use your real names again, guys? It's a bit weird. Why did they do this? Does anyone know? Talk to the algorithm. Happy birthday, Sam Greenwood. I nearly got trapped into singing it earlier. I'm not going to do it. Copyright. Here we go. Look at all this. Look at these comments. Have you any questions, ladies and gentlemen of the bar? When you look at Fantasy Premier League, take your glasses off when you look at my points. I'm not giving a prediction because I have no idea, so I'm going to phone a friend and ask the audience. Ask this audience. I think some people just like being miserable. If we won the treble, they'd complain that we didn't do it well enough. I agree. We all know them. Everybody knows someone in the family who's like, well, in my life, we will never win it from here. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a choice you make or how you're born or whatever, but I'm not choosing that. I'm not choosing miserable. WTF, just a Disney princess and playing while Dan was talking. Ad playing. Oh, I see. We're top of the Premier League and Champions League. How disappointing. We should be above first on 1,000 points already. Should have won it by now. When's the last time a team won it in December? Never. That wasn't an ad, Rosie. Dan loves dressing up like a princess. And you said you wouldn't say. Shh. Reveal ne pas le secret. And this just in from Kermit's middle finger. Ribbit. Ribbit to you, Kermit's middle finger. Colliston 42. Gentleman's hygiene product. Doesn't the Michael Jackson estate own the rights to Happy Birthday? No, I don't believe they do. In our double winning year of 1970 to 71, we lost in September 5-0 away to Stoke City. I'd hazard a guess that losing 1-0 away to Liverpool is not really as bad. It's not a guess. That's a categorical fact. Right. So where we've alighted on is everyone seems in a good enough mood. Did anyone watch the Man City game? Was it just me? Am I the only one doing the homework here? Manchester City 5-1 up against Fulham. And you could have got 40-1 on a draw at that point, and I didn't. But 5-4 is. Are we going to hear any criticism that that's not really how champions behave? Champions shouldn't really be making. Well, mind you, I mean, we beat them 1-0, right? So it is kind of the same. Tell me any name and I can find a song with that name. That's my talent. Gertrude. Have that. City were robbed of the victory. Look, here he is. Please, would you join? Oh, actually, I've got this. Guess who's coming to serve drinks? Join me at the bar of eternity. Zanzi. How goes it?
Good evening, landlord. And how are you, sir?
Very well. Enjoying the cold weather.
It is brisk today, brisk and wet. Brett has been wet and brisk today.
God, it looked an absolute it looked like a nightmare at Fulham. I did remember thinking at the start of that game, God, if it carries on like this, could be a high-scoring game. Did you? Yeah, it was, and wasn't it? Just wasn't it? Honestly, does that look like champions to you?
Really?
No, I don't.
To be fair, I mean, conceding 4 goals at Fulham.
It's mad, isn't it? Like the goals, they're conceding goals. It's not
16
even like
now.
Yeah, 16 goals conceded, 32 scored. They are a scoring machine. We'd need to score 7 tomorrow to catch up with them, which I don't think is happening. But the other major statistic is that they've lost 4 games.
It's funny you should say that we need to score 7, because I put on another channel, I said, hopefully Arsenal will win 7-0 tomorrow, but I think we'll probably only win 3-0.
I don't think we'll win 3-0. I think it'll be 2-0. We'll come back to it, but Brentford's never that easy. And they're on
1938, that's the last time we lost at home to them.
That gives me some comfort. Let me just have a quick look at the last 5 years, because I've got this down as a win.
Yeah, it's been draws and wins for us, basically.
I can't tell you how much of a win, but yeah, I've got it down as a win. So it's 3 points. Now, obviously, things go wrong, don't they? But let me have a quick look.
While you're looking, someone said about Dan dressing up as a princess. You haven't seen his costumes in the cellar. It's full.
They're not in the... Oh, you haven't.
It's like going into... what's that? Miss... thingamajig, that shot. Miss...
I'm going to mute you. Would that help?
Okay. Yes.
Good. Miss. I'm a lady. Right. My dad used to tell that joke 30 years ago, Chris. What? Tell me any name like a fun song. Ah, I see. I believed him. I thought he was going to come up with a name for song. I don't get the joke. Someone Hey, Rosie, I'm good, thanks. How's life in Bonnie, Scotland? He's made the effort there to speak your language. Happy birthday to you, and etc. to you. I believe that's how it's pronounced. Does brisk not mean quick? Hey, it does. Don't worry. It feels like they are... Brusque is different from brisk. It feels like there are fans praying for us to lose. I don't know if they got the memo. It's time to support the team. They don't know how to support the team. Boy, Tendio. I think it comes down to the kind of FIFA generation sort of, when you play a league, you tend to win. And you win all the time. And then you might go up to a higher level and lose all the time and come back down to it. People just expect win, 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 win. If you see it as a 38-game season, and the aim of which is to accumulate the most points in those 38 games, at the roughly a third of the way through, we're 5 points clear, which is a nice little 2-game buffer. Brisk is chilly in the brisk wind air. Yes, but the brusque is bracingly cold. I've never heard of it being used for the weather. No, it's not being used in the weather. Why is this turning into a... Anyway, brisk is used to describe the wind on... Yes, it is a brisk wind, but brusque. I must direct you all to Thesauri and to Googly. Collis are all good, buddy. Just getting ready for Christmas. So, disappointing result against Chelsea. Were you shouting at the television, Zanzi?
I was when they scored, because I was saying that little bastard there on the line is offside. And he was. They've actually proved that it was offside.
Do goals from set pieces count? I thought we decided to just score open play goals now and everyone else is doing set pieces. I don't get it.
Yeah. But Chelsea's player was offside. He actually pushed Nkapia and he stopped Mascara getting to the ball.
Bastard.
And VAR said he didn't interfere, but he actually tried to head the ball, which is amazing.
I don't honestly remember the incident well enough to. I just remember it was a corner and it went in. It looked like a pretty clear corner to me. I didn't really. It was one of those ones where I didn't even bother waiting for VAR or anything. Just a bit of a surprise at the start of the. I mean, like, imagine if they hadn't scored. How cool would that have been? I put my tree up today, but to be fair, that was easy as it's a small wooden tree that I get out of the cupboard. Yes, that's not really the same as putting a tree up. Like, if you don't mind me saying, that's just getting an ornament.
That's not a tree. That's a broom.
I gotcha. I don't mind the Chelsea result. It's with the context of Saliba and Magalhaes missing. Yeah, not just, you know.
I think that probably went over a lot of other people's heads, actually.
Yeah, I think he did as well. I'm glad you pointed it out. I think, look, it wasn't just that we had Gabriel and Saliba out. We also had Marino up front, right? Like, we're up against a team that cost 1.5 billion to assemble. I'm constantly getting told how great they are. They're world champions. Where are they now? I can't see any Chelsea fans, because they can talk all they like. If you're going to celebrate getting a draw at home under any circumstances, then so can we, right? Here he is. Anthony dipped in sherbet Herbert. Weir's big arms. Earth Ernie Vader. How the Gerlash! How the dickens are you? Oi, Razor, I said Haaland will get his 100th goal and Foden will score. But apart from that, you want some? You did say those things. You said those things in a fit of clairvoyance. Perhaps you'd had some moldy cheese or something, and the spirits were able to commune through you to give us. Did you bet on it? That's the way to use that superpower. But Arsenal 5, Brentford 1, Miss Molina. That's what we want. We want that kind of confidence. I'd call that overconfidence. I'd say maybe not. I don't give a shit if it's 1-0. I love that you're saying it's 5-1, but do you really mean it? Do you?
I think she actually means 5-0. She just made a mistake with the one.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to score against us? It is a bit worrying that, like, I'd like Saliba to be fit, but at the same time, I'd rather he wasn't rushed back. So I'm expecting him not to play. I don't know. We'll go through the lineups we think will come. Do you think Brentford will be playing with 4 men? Oh, I see what she's doing now. It's making jokes. No, just one. Are you 5th in a 2-horse race in Scotland? Are Rangers 5th? Did I see that? Is that possible? Who are they making up teams to be ahead of you? Chelsea celebrating a point at home and dropping from 2nd to 3rd. Arsenal disappointed with a point away from home against nearest rivals, and a good side. Different mentality. I think, listen, all I can hope is that I would expect any fan who wishes Arsenal to win the league to behave as they expect our players to behave and not get all anxiety-ridden and fearful. You know, we put what happened behind us, wasn't perfect, wasn't terrible, and we play Brentford tomorrow, and we do everything we possibly can to get 3 points, and then we look forward to a really tough game. Then it's a tough game on the weekend. And you know what? I think we're not running out of tough games. There's still a few left. Right, we little bastards. How you all doing? I hope everyone's doing well. 3-0 standard. Like it. Chelsea were doing Neymar level play. Oh, my God. Oh, Cole. Yeah, glad you brought that up. Have you seen there's been a couple of funny cartoons made out of the fact that Caicedo just tries to destroy and then rolls over as if he's the one who's been injured. And then the ref red cards and he goes, oh, whatever then.
But you know, when anyway, this is interesting. You know, Ballard elbows Marino in the face, just coming together. No cards, no nothing, just carry on playing football.
Yeah.
Nkapia jumped up, didn't elbow, but the other player got his face caught, booking, foul. But then did you see the way that player acted on the ground?
Oh, of course,
He's rolling about. Then he took his hands away from his face, had a look round. Yeah, I've been watched, and put his hands back again and started rolling.
Yeah, I mean, we know it's play acting. It was dark arts, I think they call it, if we do it.
Yeah.
I do. Even that said, though, I was disappointed we didn't push forward a little bit more. I do feel we were too conservative, but you know, you push forward and you concede a goal, it makes it doubly hard. I think both teams just wanted a draw at the end. Dan, why you got to do me like that? Because you came for the Arsenal. You come for the Arsenal. You get all of us. Even the quaky, shivery ones hiding at the back. No, not 5-0. I'm going 10-0 instead. We need to score 10 goals. Otherwise, it's a loss. I wouldn't be surprised if Arteta moved Timber to centre-back while Magalhaes and Saliba are out, while White and Mosquera can battle for that right-back deputy slot. I do want to talk about it because I'm not. I think he stays with Hincapié and Mosquera. They didn't inspire the confidence, but I don't know if it was anything they were doing. I think like both of them on yellow cards. It's a lot, really, isn't it? If the Chelsea game is a surprising one, it's spicy. It's different from the North London derby because they're not actually our rivals in that sense. They've always been the upstart, no mark team of London until their sugar daddy came along and dropped tons of money on them. Mm-hmm. But in the last in this century, they've definitely been the closest we've got to a rival in London. And with their record in Europe, you have to say they've done better. In this century, they are superior to us, and we need to put that right. But there has been a bit of since Abramovich left, they have not been the same Chelsea. They've spent money like the old Chelsea, but I wouldn't be surprised if against Brentford he sticks with Hincapié and Mosquera, Timber and Calafiori. They're kind of getting to know each other a little bit. They've played in those positions. It's whether Odegaard comes back in and what that means for Eze. Am I right in saying that Trossard's still likely to miss this game?
Pass.
Rangers to win the league. One day it'll happen. Just believe. Wish on a star. I did have a bet, but Newcastle let me down. But I did win 375 macro. That's not bad. Right, £8 indeed. I get your point now. I love your confidence, Malia. You've always been my favourite. Dark arts. Dun, dun, dun. I'm good, Rosie. Thanks. Hope you're well. £8 pints, that's fucking liberty. Don't know what's in them, mate. You don't know what's in them. Did you see Rice giving directions to... Yes, I did. I saw that. And then Martin Odegaard came over and he was like, look, can you just piss off a minute? I'm trying to sort out our defence. And Martin went, sorry to interrupting you. And no, listen, I think this whole captaincy thing, it's been interesting to me because Declan Rice does perform like a captain. So does Gabriel, and Odegaard are different. Like, we need the Warriors out there now. We need to dig in. It is not going to be, there are no cakewalks in winning the league. You're going to have games where it's tough. I don't think we've got a tougher game coming up than the one after the Brentford game, honestly.
I think Odegaard is our team captain, but on the pitch we've got Rice and Gabriel who are on pitch captains.
Yeah, and I don't think they're alone. I think Timber behaves like a captain. I think when Ben White comes on, he behaves like a captain. I think Saliba, when he was playing alongside Hincapié, I see in teams that are all on the same page, there's captains everywhere. It's when things start to go wrong, it's who shoulders the responsibility for things when they go wrong. We are going to lose games in the next 25 games. I hope not more than 3, but we're going to lose games. And every time we do, it'll be the end of the world and it'll be a disaster and it'll be proof that we're rubbish. And then when we're lifting the Premier League trophy aloft in May, it'll be because of set pieces or some shit. And I won't care.
I had a poor Chelsea fan losing his bit a bit because I did the usual thing. I said, well, no, you only really became good when Abramovich dropped a load of money on you. And he came back to me and says, oh, yeah, but remember who the big spenders were before? I said, yes, it's Nottingham Forest when they paid £1 million for Trevor Francis, and he never came back.
No, I mean, it's kind of weird anyway, because big spenders. Well, Man United, didn't we live through Man United? We went and dropped 32 million on Veron, which doesn't sound like a lot now, but was it was like a huge amount of money. Even when they bought Cantona, that was a decent wedge, like they bought it for $1 million, I think, but it was still money. We bought Ian Wright for $2.5 million. Like the other thing that's really odious is when people go, oh, you spent more money then. Yeah, in the post-inflation period. So whatever you spend today is going to be worth less than the same amount before. Right. Rice and Magalhaes look like captains. I completely agree. Who else do I think looks like captain? Saka, he's a captain. Like he's actual captain. So I'd say we've got a core. We look in a good place. It looks to me like a squad well insulated from the stupidity and silliness of social media.
But even in Hincapié looks a bit captainy, doesn't he? When he was doing his bits.
It does look a bit menacing, doesn't he? Aston Villa with the ugly 12:30 kickoff. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. Throwing his money around, thinking he can just command me to turn off my... I will. I'm doing it now.
Well, if
Thank
Mr.
you.
Anthony came on, he wouldn't see any adverts.
You wouldn't see. That's right. That's well said.
Go on, bring them muscles with you, mate.
He's kept the lights on. Anthony, thank you, sir. Anthony dipped in Sherbet Herbert. We his big arms.
And if he's cuddling a sheep, he can bring that on as well.
Now. Let's keep it humorous. Lot of flumps. Right. I don't like that our inevitable next loss is going to be met with "I told you so." Arteta can do it. Funny enough, we'll probably still be top of the league when it happens. Here's the thing. I see so many of the Gluminati now people telling me I haven't got a right to celebrate. No, look, here's the thing, right? You've been saying that we can't win and that we're shit for so long that if we do, people will kind of feel like you shouldn't have anything to celebrate about. But I think that's reasonable, isn't it? Like, if you've gone for a promotion at work and your best mate's going, "You're never going to get this, you're shit, you're rubbish, you're really shit. I don't see you getting this promotion, you shithead." Would you take him along to the celebration drinks? That's all. No, you wouldn't. Gluminati will be happy when we're sad, and when we are, we will be happy when they are sad. Simple. We need to get Gyökeres scoring. We brought him in to score goals. We need to give Saka some help. Kobe 24012. I don't know if we did. We brought him in for team goals. At the end of the day, I don't give a shit who scores the goals. I think. Like if you watched Leeds versus Man City, another game where I don't think Man City necessarily look like champions. If you watch that game, Leeds totally triple marked Hartland out of the game. But that's the point, isn't it? It leaves space elsewhere. I like Gyökeres. I don't think he's super technical. And I certainly don't think he's getting 20 goals a season anytime soon. But I never did. So, but I don't care. We're top of the table. When Rice stunned Real Madrid with those two brilliant free kicks, he thought I should have been captained. I don't think he cares. I don't think any of them care. I think they all respect Martin Odegaard. Would the Invincibles have gone invincible with social media around? Would Wenger not be a fraud for each draw that season? I worry about it. It's changing. The life is changing. What you hope, what you need is not just owners with money, but owners that don't bow to pressure quickly. Because we're seeing it. We are genuinely seeing Thomas Frank now. His approval ratings, if you lose the fan base, and the Spurs fan base are just miraculous, aren't they? Finally get a manager with Premier League pedigree, ability to coach, develop players at a really high level, and you give him a third of the season and you're like, I want him gone. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. How about you, Zanzi? What do you think on the subject?
I don't know. I mean, it had probably been slated for that draw we had at Portsmouth when they say it is a dubious penalty because the bloke tries to clatter. Who was that on the left wing for us then? Perez. But Perez had just come back from injury. And when this bloke came flying in, Perez said, I ain't standing there. And he jumped out the way. And the ref gave him a penalty. Yeah.
1-1. Like if you looked at the 2024 season, it's really interesting because Arsenal in game week 14, which is what we're going into tomorrow, drew at home. I can't remember who it was now. I haven't put in who it was. Ultimately, we're in a really good spot. Everyone should be really cheerful, but they're not. Why is that? And is it because, like, people are really unhappy? Is it because everyone's so short-termist and they look at basically where they are and they don't compare it to where they expect it to be or where it's realistic to be? How many points would, if tear the season that's happened up, start all over again and say, how many points would you be happy with after 13 games played? You know, because we've dropped 9 points. So that doesn't seem bad out of, 39. And he's putting sheep emojis. Like I said a week ago, it's fair game to predict when we're going to lose, but you must be able to predict when we're going to win. And you can't just say, this is what Lee Gunner was saying, oh, we're going to lose against Real Madrid, we're going to lose against PSV, we're going to lose. And every time we don't, he's like, hold that. And then when we lose, he goes, I told you. And he's like, all right. Like, I don't know why this whole culture on YouTube is what it is. Honestly, I don't get it. Here's the thing, right? You got all these people for free telling you what they think will happen and saying it with so much certainty. And I always just think, take that skill and use it by betting on it. Imagine how rich you'd be. I'm still flabbergasted with Rosie's message. If you know, you know. I don't know. If current situation isn't hopeful enough to be faithful, then I don't know. I don't think there is any scenario to be hopeful for Arsenal in modern football. It's surely not top four at a high budget. Do you know what? Here's the thing, right? We're just going to ignore it. Just feel however you want to feel. For me, I feel good about it. I feel happy with the season so far. I feel confident. I love our defence. We are scoring goals. Only one team in the league scored more goals than us. Who's battered us? You know, like we saw goals flying in tonight. Honestly, I think we've had arguably our toughest third of the season, right? In terms of fixtures. Our last third of the season is pretty straightforward. It's quite nice, actually. You'd expect that from about the Chelsea home game on, we only lose one game. And I know that everyone's so used to the PTSD of, oh, Man City chasing us and catching us. This is not that Man City. I've met him, Cole. One of the nicest guys I've ever met. Short-term thinking, Gen X with their TikTok brains. Don't actually knock TikTok. The Gooner channel has had a very good week on TikTok. I posted a music video on there. And I mean, really good. People get millions of views. This is the Gooner channel, guys. We're small, we're niche. We are a unit. But it did get 60,000 views. So I'm really pleased with that. Anthony Flubbers were gasted. They were. It's not the same city and we aren't the same Arsenal either. Exactly. It's all good. Don't load. Nice one, Rosie. I saw a thing about how he got tick during COVID and was struggling but sorted his mental health. Who are we talking about? What have I missed, Danzy?
Lewis Capaldi, apparently.
Oh. He did. There's been a couple of documentaries about him. So he got a tick, did he?
I don't know.
Well, you're no use to me then, are you? We're in great position. Champions don't get emotional after a little setback. It's important to move on and take it game by game. Going to extremes never helps. Exactly. Look, we are fans, so you could argue it doesn't make any difference what we do. But I think that the atmosphere at the Emirates has probably been a key factor this season. And I hope that they turn. I don't like it when Mikel Arteta tells the fans to come and bring the energy, because it's like, you don't do that in the theatre, do you? You don't go, like, come and see our show. You might hate it, but cheer and clap loudly anyway. It's like, no, why don't, it's all right. I appreciate that football is not entertainment. It's entertaining, but it's not entertainment. But at the same time, as soon as you start asking people to turn up, it's just not very British, is it? Dan, I'd like you to make a...
Can you imagine that, the RSC, when... someone famous comes in and the crowd is saying off, 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 off.
Yeah. And various other football-related chants. He has Tourette's. I did see that in the thing. I do like that song of his. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, he has Tourette's. He always had Tourette's. I don't think you develop Tourette's. I think you are born with it. People think he's on drugs. He's working on it. Hopefully, people are much more open-minded to Tourette's these days. Bloody legend. Do you just like him because he's Scotch? The Emirates should be rocking from January onwards. The quad will come into view for a lot of people. I can't lie. One of the things I'm looking forward to most when we win the Premier League is the reactions of the people who've been telling us that we're stupid for thinking it could. It's not that people are saying, I don't believe in this team. There are loads of really intelligent people who don't believe or are worried, and they have good reason. Their reasons are their own. But it's the people who tell you you're stupid for believing and attack you for saying, I think we're a great team. I think, got the best squad in the league, have we? Hang on a minute. We used to get this abuse from other fans. We didn't used to get this. If I'm an Arsenal fan and I happen to say I think we've got the best squad in the Premier League, the people I'm not expecting to disagree with me are other Arsenal fans. Even if they do think, hang on a minute, you keep it private, man. Like, argue amongst yourselves. But when other fans are watching, one voice. One solid, just no panic in the streets of North London. That's what I'm saying. He also has severe anxiety, both of which has led to poor mental health. God, that must be hard if you're performing in front of thousands of people. Maybe that's why he's got anxiety issues. Spurs fans are hating Spurs more than us now. That's been fun. Not hearing very much from Spurs fans anymore. don't miss them. Just cheer the team. I've never known a winning team whose own fans will predict their loss. No one ever needed their team to be the best to believe they are the best. Like, honestly, if we were in the same division as Leighton Orient, I'd still think we are by far the greatest team the world's ever seen. I know I've said this before, but when I used to start every video with "Welcome to the Gooner channel," the channel 100% dedicated to the Arsenal, who are, as we all know, by far the greatest team the world has ever seen. Occasionally, I'd get comments from people going, "You can't really think that." I'd be like, "Why can't I?" I picked Arsenal. I could have picked Man City if I'd known they were going to do so well. The Gluminati. No one except the Gluminati. I haven't. Do you know what? It's been good for my mental health. I genuinely haven't been watching any of the more miserable YouTubers. That's why Sunday surprised me a little bit, because it wasn't just the Gluminati that were pissed off about a 1-1 draw with Chelsea. A lot of people that I think talk a lot of sense. I know DJB's been a bit kind of upset about it. I can't really watch it when people are miserable about stuff. There's too much looking forward, right? I do understand the point. I'm not oblivious to the idea that Arsenal have thrown away bigger leads. But as has been said, not just by me, this isn't the same Arsenal. That wasn't the same City. It's not the same Liverpool. This Man City is the same side that lost 9 games last season. It'd be a huge improvement for them if they only lost 7, because they've already lost 4 so far.
Could you imagine what our fan base would have been like in 1971 when we went away to Tottenham, last game of the season, and we beat them 1-0, and our fans were turning up thinking, well, I don't think we're going to win today.
My uncle was there.
Yeah.
My uncle was there. He was like in the famous shot of the away stand going absolutely mental. He's in there. Yeah. And it used to drive me mad for years. You'll never see a double. You'll never see a double. That was amazing. There'll never be another double. And it's like, then we did the double in 98 and then we did it again. I could give other examples of games where, I mean, for me, I understand if somebody's, let's say, 30 or a bit younger even, I felt the same way in 1989 at 16 years old, where I'd never seen us win a league. I'd never seen us even in the competition. I'd never seen us really challenge, not to my memory. So for those first 16 years of my life, winning the league was just a dream. And then it all sort of started to come together in 88, 89. And we were on the precipice. Well, we just had to win against Wimbledon, Derby, and we'd win the league before going to Anfield. We needed 3 points, was it? I can't even remember now. But we lost and drew. And I remember, so a lot of the people I'm seeing now, the young people go, oh, it's all fucking done. That was me. That was me before the Anfield, the magic. And no, I didn't think we'd go to Anfield and win 2-0. No, I didn't. I don't think I could lie about that. I thought we would probably be doing well to get a 1-1 draw. It would be hugely disappointing and blah, but it wasn't. Some people, I remember from the very few people, to be fair, I don't remember a lot of people expecting us to do it, but I remember there were a couple of foolishly cheerful people who were like, oh, we're going to do this. Don't worry, we're going to do this. George Graham, we're going to do it. And we did it. And I think their whole experience was probably more enjoyable than mine, because I spent the whole... I understand, Cole. What the fuck? I don't understand. Shouldn't I understand? It's fascinating. I was looking up some stats the other day. There are no stars in our team aside from Rice. The stats favour the all jinky guys like Yamal and Pedri. I've just read Anthony's. Sorry, I got totally distracted by Anthony. He's got towards a set of blinds to stop the peeping Tom. I'm miles away from anyone. There isn't anyone coming to that window. There's at least 2 fences between me and civilization. But I'll take it. You're an absolute diamond. It all goes in the same place. There goes my fat belly. Yeah. Put some sausages on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll have a sausage on you. There are so many times. And what about 97, 98, where we got paid, the bets got paid off against us? There's only been, from my memory, there's only been one league victory in the last 5 years, last 5 league victories that's gone to the last day. I'm pretty sure that's right. That was the 89 one. 91 was like, we'd already won it before we kicked off against Man United. I think it was a couple of games before the end. 2004 obviously was two games before the end. Yeah, so we're expecting it to go deep. I think by the time we play Man City.
Not last season before it went to the last game, didn't it? Because Man City
but we didn't win it. Yeah,
no.
that's right. We needed them to draw or lose, and they didn't. And I can't remember who they were playing now, but it never really felt like they were going to. They were a really strong team that year. Yeah. It is worth reminding everyone.
But it didn't really help that I think the game before they went away to Tottenham, and the Tottenham fans were cheering on Man City as well.
Well, when Son's threw on goal, I don't know if I don't know what happened. Maybe he did his best and just Spursed it. But it's funny to me that he'll probably be remembered for that miss as much as any single goal he scored. That miss is more defining of his career at Spurs than any goal he scored. Because Spurs are Spurs, aren't they? I mean, just there's no other. I can't be any nicer. I can't put it any nicer than that.
You won the lottery. As the song goes, isn't it? Have you ever seen Tottenham in the league?
Yes, I did. On my time machine. So Rosie wants to know if Anthony's won the lottery. If he has, I think we're okay to ask for another £2. Unless he only won £2, in which case. I'm reminded of the scene in Fever Pitch where Mark Strong is watching a game whilst Colin Firth is. That was me on that day. I was a Colin Firth character. There's a bit, is it, where he goes, "No, I'm pretty sure it's better to be 1-0 up than," like it's just. But football's about emotions, isn't it? Football's about what we want, what we dream of, who the tribe we belong in, wanting something to happen you have no control over, and then just it's like the ball bouncing around the roulette wheel. You can be really confident. I'm really confident going into the game against Brentford, right? But I know that tomorrow at 7:00 I'll start. I was really confident. Can I also just say, I do want to come back to this because we had this debate. Lots of people saying I was absolutely ridiculous to talk about resting players against Bayern. And I'm glad we didn't. Just to be clear, I'm glad we didn't rest any players against Bayern. It was a hell of a victory. But would we have been better off drawing against Bayern and beating Chelsea and having a stronger side out?
It's just, I don't know, just the way it went.
Insightful, thank you. We will come back to you for more. What
are you doing? Yeah, I mean, that win against Tottenham was great. The win against Bayern Munich was fantastic. And to be honest, we should have beaten Chelsea, but we didn't. It's just the way football goes, though, isn't it?
So my question, though, was, would you rather have beaten Chelsea and Tottenham and drawn to Bayern?
Probably.
Yeah, you go. Collison 42, only Gluminati get to maintain the credibility while predicting Arsenal losses. It doesn't. Listen, the other thing is, people who have built a personality around being angry. What's the words? We all know the words. Come on, recite me. I'm fuming. This manager. I'm done. I've had it. They're bottlers. They're losers. They're elite sports is about winning things. It's all this, all kind of platitudinous nonsense that occurs to people who are a little bit high on lead paint fumes, probably, and kind of want to tell you, if you don't win the league, will you sack Arteta? Like, I won't, because that's not my job. The other one is with all the Liverpool fans. I thought this made me laugh because there's such a synergy now. Like, we're used to one thing that Arsenal fans can be absolutely certain of every season is we will dominate the conversation around manager firings. And now I'm having to share that with Liverpool fans who are, so one of my favourite ones was the angry Liverpool fan, a very famous one, watch-alongs. I can't remember his name, Irish guy. But he was like, get rid of him now. And then someone in the comments said, well, who do you want to replace him with? It's not my job to replace him. And I thought, it's actually not your job to shout, get him out either. You've just chosen to do one. Can you see it through? Because it does occur to me that if you are going to sack Arne Slot, you have to do it thinking that no matter, because they came up with this analogy that they used for Arsenal as well. Gluminati usually say, if you want to sack the manager, and then you say they want to sack the manager, and you say, who do you want to replace him with? And they'll say, well, that's not my job, or you don't have to know. If you're in a relationship with a woman, You don't have to wait till someone better comes along to get out of the relationship. I'm like, in this context, though, not having a girlfriend would be Arsenal not having a manager. Do you really think we'd play better? If that would be an interesting move. Everyone gets rid of their managers, see who wins. But ultimately, I still think the manager plays quite a big part. And so I'd rather have one than not have one. And if I'm going to replace one, I want a better one. I don't want a worse one and sit there and go, right, there you go. Now win me the league. So I think the same thing applies. People are just angry and frustrated with Arne Slot. And it's telling, isn't it? 3 months after he's being lauded as a genius, there's no love or affection for him. There doesn't seem like the kind of we're one big family. And Liverpool, as Jamie Carragher has pointed out on several clips I've seen him in, Liverpool have never sacked a manager who's won the league. Did you know that?
No, but there again, I wouldn't really expect Liverpool to do something like that.
Well, in the heady days of the Liverpool boot room, there were people to take up every position as soon as it became vacant. Now, who the hell would they put in charge if they did the unthinkable and got rid of Arne Slot, the genius Arne Slot?
What about Ange?
I think he's free. Yeah, I mean, I'll check. I'm just going to have a quick look to see if he's free. Ange, yeah. Can you do the Tottenham? He's gone. I accidentally said Tottenham. He thought I was inviting him back to the Tottenham job. Isn't he taking over Rangers yet? That'd be good. Do Rangers have a manager? See, look, I think in football, you're probably better off with a manager than without one. So when you say sack them, just have a backup in mind, just someone you think. Right, we must take our own peace and aggressiveness on Jared Bowen, Edison, that only theft combat. Right. Nice to see you, Lucky Singh. Manchester United in the house. We got be laser sharp on them. I like Man United at the moment with a 1 game a week that they're playing. All the other teams playing in Europe are really hurting. You just see it every weekend, don't you? Just go, like, it's not just... I'm not complaining because we played Bayern Munich, a massive game, and then we played Chelsea. It's just... if you didn't play Bayern Munich, if you were Chelsea and they hadn't played Barcelona, for example, then it's a bit of an advantage, isn't it? A leveler, shall we say. A lot of Gluminati are getting upset about their views going down, but I don't want a view. It's the wrong energy for the moment. You know what? That's the thing, isn't it? I don't know why some people come onto YouTube to watch people get angry. I wonder if it's all Arsenal fans. I know when Expressions gets really heated after a Tottenham game, he's got thousands of people in the watch-alongs, and he's like, "You ain't even subscribers, most of you." You know, it's true. Like, you want to go. The last thing I want to do when Tottenham have won is go and watch someone happy. But it's about emotion. Conveying anger is easier than conveying happiness. And but there are channels. I think some channels are doing really well on YouTube at the moment. Just very positive, and they clash. Let's have a huge battle between the positives and the negatives against lesser sides. Right, that made sense. We got to be laser sharp on them against the lesser sides. Right, so are you feeling good, Lucky? Are you feeling lucky? He's been pimping off his sheep and keeping the proceeds. Ha! Gary's here. Hello. Which means
goodbye, Gary.
I'm almost certain Anthony's down here. Someone's saying hello. There we go. Hello, Gary. Bye, Gary. Oh man! And this Marshmallow 8641. Love it. Come on, you Gunners. Great to see you. In the real world, it's 1-0 at half time. I love it. Yeah. Really want Mason Mount play. Cunha will make me happier. Mason Mount, he scored, didn't he? He scored a free kick. To think that I really wanted Mason Mount instead of Kai Havertz. How different it could have been. Football about talent, emotion, and tribalism. Malt Licky Texas is here. Football is about talent, emotion, tribalism. It's also about a lot of hard work and faith and hot dogs and hamburgers. Isn't it? Jumpers for goalposts. Isn't it? Rubbing the ball in poo and then handing it to your friend. Don't they? It's fine. It's fine to not rest against Bayern, but then fans can't complain about one of the untested players going down with an injury and it resulting in a draw in the next game. Yeah, you know, like I just want to rotate. I want to rotate players, but probably we'll see some. Let's have a think about it. Let's have a little think about who we expect to play tomorrow, because I don't know. I haven't got a Scooby.
I'll tell you what. What we were thinking about who's going to play against Real Madrid. That would just. Well,
totally. What about? Well, there's some, like, I don't know. Does anyone in the chat just give me a nod if you know more injury news than I'm going to be sharing? This is just what I know. It's not necessarily the most. Oh, shut up, please. The most up to date. 100% pulling the wool over their eyes, literally. Hey, Sam, can I get? Of course you can. What a silly question. Gary's always welcome on here. Get the after 8 minutes ready. We have company coming. Zanzi, I've seen that. I'm scrolling through. Please, you don't have to say please even. I don't mind. There we go. Hello, Rosie. I'm good, darling. You've got to have a manager in mind to replace the manager you want out. No point in people saying sack slot and then crying about a caretaker. It does annoy me. It's like, it's not my job to know who should be the next manager. It's like, that's right. None of this is your job. You're just a fan. Shut up for a bit. I mean, it's like, it's quite obvious that, well, if it's quite obvious, don't say it. Don't. Now the talent has arrived. Gary from Did He Whisk the Trap. Oh, there he is. Yes, let's have Zanzi in the middle for a change.
Hello.
How are you? Are you furious? Are you fuming? Are you raging? Is this? Can we have a? Do you know what I've noticed? Even when we have esteemed guests like yourself on, I never get to clip like the popcorn and the fight that broke out. Like, can one of us start a fight with Zanzi or something so I can at least? It got heated really quickly. I've never seen two people fall out like these two people who just fell out. I'm
just glad I'm here. I'm next to
Zanzi, I got it. Zanzi.
Yeah.
The curtains don't like you.
They
talk about you all the time, and you wouldn't like what they have to say.
But why are they snuggling up to me right now?
They are not. That's the middle finger you're getting.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right. That one.
You liked it. You liked it when I gave you
rage. I want anger. I don't want flirting. You two stop it. This is the wrong crowd.
Oh, sorry. The curtain.
No repeating any of that, please. For viewers under 18, get the fuck out of here. You should be in bed ages ago. Right. Colles beating Bayern comfortably was lovely. But I would swap it for a win against the blue troglodytes. Yeah.
That was me and Gary getting angry with each other.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like through the bedroom door. Daddy and Daddy are getting angry with each other again.
Yeah.
There's something on the curtains. He just wants you to know. And fans also do their research on managerial targets. Zidane isn't touching the Prem. It's funny, isn't it? You always know when someone's just thinking off the top of their fucking hat. When you go, who would you replace on this? Like Zidane, right? So you haven't been paying attention. Zidane, he'd no one come here. I don't know. There are some managers out there. I think Ollie Glasner is the one everyone's talking about now, of course. Where do you stand on that, by the way, Gary? The Arnie slot in or out?
Oof.
I mean, if you're a Liverpool fan, don't say like I want him in because
no. I think they changed too fast. I mean, look at what he did that season. Why did they have to change significantly? They did that was too big of a change, and he might not be ready for a change like that. It is a big club. They made some major changes. I think they overestimated who he was, and now they're finding out a little too quickly that, guess what? We can't just go spend $450 on players and expect it to just click like that. I think it's really hard to do that. I mean, even City has tried to spend tons of money, but you always look at all their numbers and go, well, only one or two of them seem to pan out anyway. So, I think he needed to make not minor changes, like probably half the players that he brought in and maybe some support players. And he'd be all,
do you think he chose those players then? Because I'm getting a real feeling like I thought I'd never questioned it at the beginning. I always just assumed he did because he got Frimpong and sort of what seems like very Arnie slot players. But I'm starting to wonder if the Ekatike Isak thing was planned by anyone.
That doesn't make any sense the way that money was spent. Like, you've got players that play in the same position. You never needed to do a move like that. I mean, I don't think you'll see City go and spend 80 on a player and then turn around and pay 120 on a player that they play pretty much in the same role, right? It's a lot of money on one, and then like not only that, but then you bring another player into the midfield, right? So now your spine is probably starting over again. Rodri starting all over again. Goalkeeper, you have problems with the goalkeeper. You kind of like weaken yourself right through the middle. It was too big of a change too fast. I love
a lot of what you're saying there. It's like I think that when he came in, obviously it was almost enforced on him that he couldn't buy anyone. There were some moves for players that tried to get Zubimendi. It didn't happen, and at some point he comes into a new club, following on from Klopp. When people say, "Oh, he won the league with Klopp's side," why didn't Klopp win the league with Klopp's side? He had the same players. So the fact that you can say some things about Arne Slot now, you can say he's won the Premier League. You don't get gimmies in the Premier League. There are easier seasons than other seasons, but he won the Premier League. But I think you're spot on. I think he did it by tactically changing Gravenberch around a little bit, not making Mo Salah track back. There were some small tweaks that he made to improve the overall existing engine. And then this summer, out goes Diaz, out goes Nunez, out goes Trent Alexander-Arnold under a bit of a cloud. They bring in superstar Florian Wirtz. They bring in superstar Ekatike. Kerke's play, team of the season. Frimpong, an invincible in Germany. And then Isak on top of it. And I don't think anyone had blended that squad together. And I think that the skills that Arne Slot showed in winning the Premier League are a mile apart. I think you make this point really well. They're a mile apart from the skills it takes to bring a disparate group of people together and make sure they feel okay. To make sure that Virgil van Dijk still feels like the captain, to make sure that Mo Salah doesn't feel like he's not the superstar anymore, to make Alexander Isak happy that he should spend some time on the bench, to tell Florian Wirtz early enough, look, it's going to take you a little while to get into this. I'm not going to throw you in for the first. To do all those things, I feel like he's lost the dressing room. It's what it feels like. It feels like they're running through treacle. They're not getting the job done. They don't really understand how they're supposed to be defending. And the other points seem fairly obvious in hindsight, but Virgil van Dijk shouldn't be doing the running for Konate. Konate should be doing the running for Virgil van Dijk. Those two just aren't working. I joked about it earlier. I said, which big team would benefit from losing both its first choice centre-backs? And the answer really is actually Liverpool, because I think the Virgil van Dijk has been living on fumes and he hasn't been playing the way that you expect him to. They're shipping goals. So Arne Slot's skill set may not have been the right one for the situation they put him in. Did they give him keys to the castle and go buy anyone you want? Or did they say, we're bringing in these players? Because I just don't understand it. He must have guessed. I think most managers know if you've got a squad of 25 and 5 leave and you have the tragedy of Diogo Jota to add to that, the chemistry in that squad is going to be affected by taking out players and bringing in a whole new player. But if you bring in players like Hincapié and Mosquera, it doesn't affect the squad in the same way, nor guard Kepa, because they know they're not being brought in to be the first choice. If you're bringing in the players that Liverpool brought in, which of those thought they weren't going to be first choice, when Ekatike comes in and then you sign Isak, you probably had a situation with him as well.
Yeah, the team that was looking at Zubimendi, and now that we've got Zubimendi, I can't believe that they went from Zubimendi and went to where they are now. It's like I understand you change your philosophy a little bit from year to year based on what's going on, but if you were looking at Zubimendi as maybe somebody to bring in last season, and then this season, I don't know if they even made a push for him, or it was we had that big of a draw.
We had him in January, yeah. So.
Yeah. So, but they wanted him in the summer, right?
Yeah.
He was coming. He was going in the summer.
They thought
by January.
Not this summer.
Last summer. Yeah. But I'm looking at that going. You're looking at Zubimendi, and that's a good reason for it. I see it. We see it. We're happy with it. Yeah. And then you went like on the opposite end of it, or a different side of the spectrum.
There's a few things that don't make sense. I mean, we had this whole thing last season, didn't we? Like, when's he going to stop playing Thomas Partey at right back? But Thomas Partey at right back still makes a shit ton more sense to me than Szoboszlai. You've got one player who looks elite at the moment, and you're going, right, you're right back. It's not really like I don't know. You find out most about people when things are going wrong. Like last season, nothing really went wrong for Arne Slot. This season, I will say, unlike Thomas the Frank Engine, when he's doing his press conferences, he's still talking to people. I think Pep's had enough of everybody. I think Pep just wants to live in a, like a far-flung, remote part of the world where no one knows who he is. I'm going to go through some of these chats because that's the best bit about being here. 21 watching, 12 likes. Don't worry about the likes; they'll catch up. I'm injured. Put me on the list. No. All fans think football is played on a computer game. Very well said. Training, rest, recovery, pay packet, not too much, hopefully lull game. I hope you're not saying that. This is one of the other things I love about football fans. They go, he's paid £1 million a week. He should be able to run 5,000 miles. It's like the two aren't linked. If you said to me, Dan, here's £100 million, go and run 100 miles, I'd have to respectfully decline, Gary. No amount of money.
I would want to know how long I'm allowed to do it in.
Yeah, a day. You've got a day. All fans think football, you can't stop until you cross the line. That's it.
100 miles a day.
Yeah.
That's
he's actually thinking we're offering him £1 million. Like he's actually he's in the catalog.
He's trying to figure out how to do it.
I'll need training. How many hours is that? Am I allowed to have rest breaks? May I have meals?
That's just over 4 miles an hour. I think I might be able to do that.
I don't think
that's like a quick
even
walk.
the most athletic people I don't believe do that.
There are people who do 100 miles in a day. Yeah,
they do.
Oh, yes, they do. There's an incredible race in Virginia, which you couldn't believe. I wish I could remember it. Basically, it's in the forests of Virginia, and you're not allowed a map. You're not allowed a compass, sorry, but you do get a map, and you have to find your way around. It's 100. You have to do 5 circuits, and they're 20-something miles each.
Oh,
about 120 miles in total you have to cover. But people get lost because they don't know where they're going. So they're running all day and all night, and some of them are running for like 24 hours. People have been known to die.
I've heard the extreme marathons right through the Death Valley. They do the short way, the long way, and they basically sleep during the day and then they run at night kind of thing because that's the best time to run.
There's a great there's a Sydney to Melbourne race that they used to run quite a lot. I don't know if they still do. But this guy turned up, he was a sheep herder, and he turned up just wearing like a t-shirt and his normal work boots, and they were like, "What do you?" He wanted to enter. They all laughed at him. And it's like, "Have you ever raced a long distance race before?" He goes, "No, but I figure I run around all day anyway, so I'll be pretty good at this." And he hasn't even got trainers on. Plimsoll's nothing, right? He's on these boots, and he sets off and he does this shuffle, like he literally just shuffles from foot to foot as he's running. But unlike all the other competitors, it's an overnight race, right? Unlike all the other competitors, he doesn't know that you're supposed to sleep. So he just ran through the day, through the night, and won the bloody race. It's a far more economical style of long distance running because you literally but it's just incredible, like what Zanzi can do if you put his mind to it. Zanzi, I'm entering you for the death race in Nevada.
No problem. They used to say that the Zulus used to run 130 miles and then fight.
Why? Because they were so pissed off.
Yeah. Ooh,
next time you come to me, and we won't have to fight. It's pretty standard skirmishing behaviour. Dan, you should wear better hats. Rosie, I've got £4 in the pot, and when I get to 1,000, I'll buy a nice new hat. Do you want to help out?
And then, of course, in the Second World War, the French used to drive 30 miles, but in the wrong direction of the fight.
Before the advancing Wehrmacht, you are making a joke of this, yeah? Fantastic. Well done. I like you. Take his name and number. Anthony, have an annoying voice. I love it. Anthony, you have an annoying voice again. And football players, hopefully decent ones, don't take big pay. Yeah, they do. Fucking yes, they do. What do you mean big pay? What are you talking about? They're absolutely coining it. And why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? This went X-rated. Yeah. Do I rate? Raise lol. Just trying to start a fight. Gert Lash! That's better. Zanzi has too many Z's in your name. Would I win that fight? And did anyone watch Cole on Stick to Football? He said he would have signed for any money, yet didn't. Chini Recon? I haven't heard Chini Recon in. Oh, that's a star. That is a Chini. Chini Recon. You don't have that in the States, do you?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
It's if someone goes like that, Chini Recon, it means they don't believe you. So it doesn't.
Gary, I've never heard that either, so it must be a London thing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm from London. Gert Lash, you know that one. All these links for days. Raise this January or summer. We want to sell Manuel Ugarte. No, he has been poor. I'll give you that. I liked him once upon a time. Probably plays good France, perhaps Lille-Lorraine. Right, the millet's here. Thank goodness. I'm cream crackered. I went for a 3-mile run this morning. In the end, I said, lady, if it means that much, you take your purse back. Yep, start that one. I'll be using that at work tomorrow. You watch. Hello, thanks. Nice to see you. It is great to see you. Pep is a material girl, and it is a material world. Pep Guardiola, hear me out. Pep Guardiola's had enough. He has had.
You know what? Here's the when I was watching that game when it was 5-1, I was like, you know what? All the Arteta haters, the Arteta outers, and the woe is us Arsenal were probably going, we're in trouble.
Oh yeah.
And then Fulham said, this is football. You got to play 90 minutes, sir.
Yeah.
And they actually had a chance to tie that thing up. They had a couple of chances to tie that thing up late in the game. So
I don't know if you heard the same commentary as me, but it actually is really funny because they made reference to the fact that some of the City players didn't look like they wanted to play 90 minutes. And that was before the score went silly. It was like a 2. And I think that's a feeling you get from them. It all feels like hard work. They're not moving towards something. I think at 5-1, I was getting ready for emergency streams. It's over. We've dropped points now. You know, by the way, where the fuck are these 115/134 charges? When are we going to find out who did it? Were Man City fiddling the books?
Your memory's not supposed to work like that. You're supposed to just forget about it.
What 15 charges? Well, it's kind of important, isn't it? Look, I think so. It's well outside of my ability to understand. I've never been in any kind of legal situation like that. But I had been under the misapprehension, it seems, that they had decided and they were just writing up their decision. I heard Stefan Borson, the former Man City financial director who now spends time on TalkSport, and he was saying, no, there might not actually be a decision yet, and neither of the parties know the decision, Premier League nor Man City. Fuck's sakes, man, it's been a year.
They did Sheffield Wednesday quickly enough, didn't they?
They do Sheffield Wednesday. It's not in Chelsea either yet, though. I know Sheffield Wednesday, I might as well dock them 1 million points now. If I was Sheffield Wednesday, I'd be like, do you know what? Fuck it. We're going to pay one of our players. PSL be damned. Signing the big names does not always go well. You have to understand the squad balance and scout players that will actually fit the team and system. Liverpool had a formula that worked. Liverpool actually pioneered the whole stat-driven data analysis, getting a player. Something I don't think any of the players they bought are wrong, but I think your point is really well made, that you have to understand their personalities and if they're going to meld or not. You can have too many Galacticos in a club. FC Bayern have always had that problem. It's why they haven't won even more silverware in Europe, because they're a massive club. But they've had too many egos. They've gone around Germany, they've signed whoever they wanted, and when they get all these egos in one dressing room, there's usually a punch-up or two. If you get a manager in at Liverpool, if you could pick any manager, I would strongly suggest Hansi Flick. I think there are managers who come in and bring talented players together. Ancelotti is one of those as well. I think that he's just great with people and he builds a great spirit in the team. But actually, if you need somebody to figure out where they're playing, I don't think Hansi Flick's your guy either. Who would I like?
That never worked well with PSG, did it? When they signed Mbappe, Messi, and Neymar.
Yeah, it wasn't until they lost the last of those three that they won the coveted trophy. I don't know. Like, it's obviously for all of the people sitting in an emergency stream right now, to whom it is so obvious what Liverpool should do or what the board of Arsenal should do. It's so obvious to them, but there's no repercussions if you're wrong. You know, if you sit there and go, we're definitely being put in a spliff expeditiously by either Real or Atletico, and then we beat them both legs, and you don't have to lose your job, then you just say whatever the fuck you want, can't you? I'm going to say if we don't beat Brighton, if we don't beat Brentford tomorrow, I think we should sack not just Mikel Arteta, but everybody. Everybody should be sacked, including people who work around the stadium. They should all be sacked as well. Watched a movie earlier called What You Wish For. Twisty, turny thriller. It's excellent. Nobody famous in it. Nick Stahl from Terminator 3. Bloody hell. Very good. Okay. Are you drunk? Have you been taking drugs? Or do you smoke weed? Because they're the only thing. Like, when people who are drunk recommend a film or smoke weed, it's never as good. But I will take your recommendation.
What you wish for? That rings a bell, that does.
Wishing on a star. Minute Frog, good to see you. I also put Gary's into if you can bring it up to what? I also put Gary's into if you can bring that up to. Dan, I put Rosie link in the show. Dan, I put Rosie link in the show if you can show it. Oh, yeah. Does it really disappear from view? Is there any way of pinning it? I'll have to figure that out, won't I? Millet Frog. I also put Gary's in too. Thank you, Lucky. Money they get paid as players. It's a lot. It's a bunch. Huevos. Was hopping. It was egos. All right. So there we're good. I'm up to date now. Zanzi.
No, you read that wrong. He says was hoping it was egos. Because Boy 10 said egos or egos, and Boy 10 said I was hoping it was egos.
I'm going to have to come to you, Gary, for intelligent input. Gary, Brentford, who are you starting in goal?
In goal? I mean, at some point we're going to have to.
No, shut up. I said, honestly, Gary, you have let yourself down. We're not playing Kepa for the must-win game.
Hey, you know what? There's always a must-win game.
No, this is a must-win game.
Okay, this is the must-win game. So Club Brugge and Wolves and
Club Brugge is not a must-win game. Don't get
no. I'm just saying.
First of all,
yeah.
Club Brugge is a anything could happen and I won't give a shit game. Wolves is not a must-win, just a can't see how you don't win, right? Yeah. Brentford, sneaky little fuckers. Brentford, don't count Brentford out. They're
no. I'm not looking down on them or anything like that when I say this, but we need. Do you think Raya deserve? You think Raya gets the? You think wait until Club Brugge and Wolves to give Kepa his starts? Is that what you think?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I probably would play him against Club Brugge. Just nice to have, like. I think even I definitely do see the value in rotating. Probably not goalkeepers though, if I'm honest.
Okay. No, I get that. I just sometimes feel like you need to. If you think he can go all 60 games he's going to play this season and through the summer. Well, does he even start? He didn't even start, right? He doesn't start for Spain, so it's not like he's going to be right. Does he? But start for Spain?
Don't look too far past the fact that I probably run more. If I went for a walk at the kickoff of the Brentford game, by the time I come back at full time, I will have walked more than David Raya. Like he's not.
No, well, I mean, if it was easy, everybody could do it. It's not that easy.
Oh man, I'm not pretending it's easy.
No, but that's why there are some things to it, right?
I'm not worried about fatigue injuries. Is my point. I'm resting players to avoid fatigue.
Well, okay, if it's a goalkeeper, I'm okay if Raya plays. Let's just say that. But
I do sure that the past 2 seasons Golden Gloves winning, you're all right with that? Is that okay?
Are you being funny? Are you being funny with me?
I am, because you're being weird about David Raya in goal. It's gone.
I think we can win the game with Kepa in goal. All right.
I think we could win the game with me in goal, but we're not playing me in goal, and we're not playing Kepa in goal.
No, I think we can win it with Tommy Setford in goal, but I still keep Raya in goal though.
now you went crazy.
Just going crazy now, Zanzi. Leave it out.
Yeah, it's got to be Raya, isn't it? Easy.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
Right.
Comments, guys. Anyone else? All right. Well, we've got one vote for Kepa that hopefully has now been just silenced. Mr. Tom, there he is.
Yeah.
This can mean but one thing. I search. Why can I not find it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, I'm missing my little Mr. Tom jingle. God, where is it? Damn you to eternity. Well, no, in any case, welcome, Mr. Tom. This is all live, by the way. This isn't rehearsed. I don't rehearse any of this.
It doesn't show.
No, thank you. Well, it does when you're here. You hold him to task, Zanzi. Completely sober, Dan, but I did have a lot of biscuits. Okay. What kind of biscuits? What a warrior. You know what you got to do? Right. You know what you got to go long. Oh, go long. No, we're not going long. We're silky. Play it on the floor. Hit them. Attack them with guard and pace. Mr. Tom, that's my name. My name again is Mr. Tom. I can't believe I don't have that. We learned last.
Who are Brentford, by the way? Brentford, yes, not Brentford.
Who are you talking about?
Mr.
Brentford. Lucky Singh's written Brentford.
Mr. Brentford. God.
Well, make him feel silly for pointing that out. I think we need to go strong for Brentford and Villa. We can't rest players for. We can rest players for Club Brugge and Wolves. We have to break the Villa Emery curse this season. What curse? Not a curse. Don't you remember Martinelli scoring the open goal? We've done all right against Villa. We beat them away last season.
Do you think Rice and Zubimendi have to start
against Villa?
Against Brentford.
Brentford. Honestly, I'm a massive fan of Zubimendi, but I think this is a game for him. Whereas I don't know if the Chelsea game was, or it proved it wasn't because he didn't play that well. But are you thinking? Look, I think honestly, 3 points in the bag here. Come on, let's go get them.
Yeah. I don't. I guess they know whether they're hitting the red or not. It's just that we just seem like players are going down probably before they have an opportunity to get a little break.
Yeah.
And that's
and it's difficult because there isn't a break coming. A
break for them, like a game where you can sit them and not feel like I'm gonna.
I understood what you're saying. I'm saying that, like, obviously, if you were going to play them every match, there's no break. But the sensible thing to do here is to look at the red reports, look at where their muscles are for fatigue. Even then, though, it's obvious, isn't it? They could all do with if that game was called off because of snow or something tomorrow night, as unlikely as it is. If some of it lights don't come on, something like that, it would be better for us. Yeah, I'm not suggesting anyone goes down to the Emirates. I'm not doing that. But also, there is an advantage to being at home. I just feel like this team, when they're mentally sharp and focused, we've proven they can beat anyone. When they're tired or fatigued, they're a little sluggish. It's hard work because the game that we play is so based on pressing high, energy, outworking everybody, everyone moving as a unit. One weak link in a move like that can make a massive difference. To be fair, the fact that Chelsea's goal came from a corner, and I know Zanzi was making a point that he felt there might have been a foul. But from that, I mean, would it have still been a goal if Gabriel and Saliba were in the side, either one or both?
They may not have gotten that corner because if I recall, was it a free kick before that or something like that ended up going out wide for a corner? Like for me, I feel
it's a save by Raya. It was a mistake that led to a save, and he made a save he didn't need to make.
Well, but it was that was the free kick, right? They had the free kick, and
we were faffing about.
João Pedro headed it back in towards goal, and Raya pushed it out. Corner comes right, and then I think that's the sequence there, but it was from a free kick. But I think if you had Gabriel in there, no doubt they probably don't score that header. Saliba, I don't know.
No, we'll never know. But yeah, I think I could definitely agree with you on that one. Kobe, you have Kobe, you have to go strong against Brentford. It's gonna, you have to go strong against every team, right? You have to win the league. I'm all in favour of putting out the team that's got the energy, that's focused, that they've worked together on plans for tomorrow. Send them out there. We've got a better bench than we've had in a while.
Yeah, but if we don't use the bench unless we get injuries, then it's not really using the bench the way you expect it to be used, right?
But we have used the bench, though.
No. I mean, I think we've used it because we've had injuries, and I still feel like we need to rotate more. People think, oh, you shouldn't, but I feel like we should rotate more, and we should trust that, guess what? I can have somebody come on and see out a game with 20, 30 minutes to go in it. Maybe that will give some minutes off the legs of those.
Yeah, I am a bit worried about Wanyeri.
Yeah.
You know, like, has there not really been any opportunity to play Wanyeri?
For me, both in Wary and Skelly, I felt like last season, if they didn't get the trust from Arteta, then I don't know how much more trust you can get from a 17 and 18-year-old.
Yeah.
Playing in their first season, their first full season as a first team at Arsenal. How much more can they get, right? Because they did a lot last year. You know,
yeah, they did. Barnes Lewis Skelly definitely did, but then Hincapié and Calafiori. I'm like, it's a tough one. I don't know what Arteta's thinking, but it has surprised me a little bit that he's just not playing Wanyeri at all, not any minutes. I mean, if he's saving him for something, I don't know what it would be. But Wanyeri is at an age where, if he had an amazing season, if we let him off the reins and had an amazing season, he might be in England contention. You don't know. Marcelo Skelly definitely will feel like he should be, because he, seemed to have made the left back position his own. There's lots of reasons to be worried that Wanyeri hasn't played at all.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the numbers, and last season, where he played in more games than Skelly. Skelly started more games than him, but the numbers are, there's like a 500. Is it 500? Yeah, there's like a 500-minute difference between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Skelly had 500 more minutes between the two of them right now. They're sitting around 300-400 minutes, so it's not much. And I don't like I said, I was telling on my show yesterday, I was like, should they go out on loan in January if we're not going to be able to use them? Not because we can't use them, but if we're not going to use them, why keep them here and not allow them to progress in their young age?
It's just been like a really bad vibe loans. Like, who's come back done? Saliba, But I just think, I don't know. I think we love Wanyeri. We know what he can do. He's not getting a chance. I don't know why. Ultimately, when you're beating Tottenham 4-1 and Bayern 3-1, people don't ask these questions. It's when you get the 1-1 draw with Chelsea and he still doesn't get on the pitch. And you think, come on, they're down to 10 men. What would it help? Wouldn't it help to have a player? Because Eze wasn't playing well. He had 2 great games and a bad one. That'll happen.
I mean, the Sunderland game, where I think our whole front line could have probably done with getting pulled late in that game, just because we see him come, you see players come in late, and you're like, why are we doing it? And that game, any one of those 3 players up top wasn't helping us. And I know we defend from the front, so if you got fresh legs that you can put up there.
I thought the decision to start Martinelli was really weird.
Yeah,
I thought Martinelli, I really thought this means that he's going to soak up pressure in the first half. He doesn't want to go at them. He wants to sit back and rope-a-dope them, catch them. Because Martinelli's only scoring on the break. He's not, you need space for him to run into. And I think
so you're playing with 10 players when you have him there, because you don't have that left wing that's going to give you what
we don't have Trossard. We missed the sort of inside running.
Wouldn't Wary give you something more?
Mate, listen, I don't know. I'd love someone to explain. I'd love Arteta to be here and explain to me how. I mean, it's not just that. It's also, look, when you're 4-1 up against Spurs, can you not let Nwaneri on the pitch? Like, can he not have some minutes? You wouldn't be champing at the bit to get some minutes. Similarly, all right, we're 3-1 up against Bayern, but it's a fucking dead rubber anyway. At 3-1, you can go get on there and have some fun. Wanyeri, At least I don't remember him coming on in any of those. I just thought, did he come on in any of those? No, he held bench. Oh, hang on, he came on for a minute at the end of the Tottenham game. I'm wrong. So he came on literally for the last 2 minutes of the game for Mourinho. I don't get it. I don't get it. I think it's all right to replace Saka some games, isn't it? At the Emirates, we always struggle against them. I don't think we do. I think we've got 10 points out of the last 5 meetings. So we what's that? 3 wins and a draw. Have they beaten us at home?
No, 1938.
When was it?
1938.
Oh, where was I? 1938. That's very nearly 22-8. I hate myself for that joke. Sorry, everyone. 1938. Were you at the games, Andy?
No, I wasn't. I was busy that day.
Yeah. So
I was preparing myself to join the home guard.
Well done, you.
I was looking at it in a month of football, because the last time he played more than 3 minutes was against Slavia Prague. He's played 30 minutes, and that was just under. That's 2 days. 28 days ago, essentially.
And he's fit. He's not injured, and he's been on the bench, so he must be match ready.
Yeah. So, like I said, I'm looking at that, and I'm going. The reason why I'm looking at that is like same thing, and I go back to the same scenario. Tomiyasu comes in against City because we have injuries. Tomiyasu hadn't played in a month. Tomiyasu looked like a player who hadn't played in a month.
Yeah.
City took advantage of him in a couple of scenarios. Got goals early. We settled down after
that's
that.
Unfortunately, his mistake led to a Kevin De Bruyne super goal. I mean, like,
no, but I mean, it was just like if he this is the same guy we saw shut down Salah in that same season when he was actually getting football. If I recall, right?
Listen, it's obvious, isn't it? Like match fitness comes from playing games.
Yeah.
When Yeri's not been playing games, he can't be match fit. He can't be as match fit as we'd like him to be. So what is it? Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we'll turn in tomorrow and he'll be playing Ranieri from the start. I wouldn't hate it if he rested Saka, put him on the bench. I don't hate that, by the way. Anthony says I was going to send another super chat in for new curtains for Gary, but we're used to them now. Hello, Gary. Bye, Gary. I don't think anyone.
I think Zanzi would cry if I said I'm getting rid of these curtains.
He'd be done in. Why do people think Ethan is a 10? He's nailed on right wing backup. I don't think he is. I think we signed Noni Madueke.
I believe he can play. I think he's a footballer. You put him in certain attacking positions, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think he's more of a 10 than a right winger. That's from the youth team all the way to now.
I've seen him on the half turn look really nice. That was one of the first things I remember when he was still an academy player and playing in the preseason. On the half turn, he looked pretty. And he's pretty
good.
strong.
Did you see Dalman's goal?
Yeah. Yes. I mean,
put him in. Fuck it.
He did. I mean, you could. Yes, just like these guys need to get some minutes. I know we're in a fight for trophies and whatnot, but we
are in a fight, but we're also in a fight keeping our calm. Like we are dodging most of the heavy blows at the moment. It can fall, of course it can. Like football's football, isn't it? We can lose to Brentford, lose to Villa, and it's like shit. I was wrong. This team are crumbling. I must quickly change my allegiance to Manchester City.
No, I think Mascara and Hincapie will play better than they like. That was the first time they played together. I expect them to play better in this game. I expect them to play better in the Villa game. And then
the only question mark for me is Mascara. I think he's looked better, but not in the big games. The challenge against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, I think he came through it. He didn't shine. He's the weak link of the two for me so far. But I think they're both.
That's experience, though, right? When he hit it, it's like one of those things where when he doesn't have to think about it, he's good. He knew he was starting. He knew he was starting against Chelsea.
I think. No, I was so surprised because I hadn't been checking and to find out Saliba's taken a knock, and then I was reading something today where they were like, he could. Before Arteta came out and said he thinks it's only days, but they were saying they're both out until January, and I was like, right. Well, let's have a look at how many points we can lose. But we've got 2-game buffer, so the next 6 games after Brentford, including Brentford, takes us to the halfway point of the league, right? We play Brentford home. I I think we can get 3 points from that. We should do. Villa away, Wolves home, Everton away, Brighton home, and Villa at home. I reckon we'll drop 4 points. I think we'll draw to Villa twice, let's say. I'm not sure it would be that. But I think if you look at City's next 6 games, they've already got the 3 points I predicted they'd get from Fulham. They play Sunderland at home. That's a win. Palace away, who knows? West Ham home, that's 3 points. Forest away. So they could drop 4 points. So it could be the halfway point of the season with 5 points clear of Man City. And then that's still a 2-game buffer. You can start to take it a bit easy then. Unless Chelsea win all again. Just relax. We're going to have a nice relaxing January.
You're so funny.
We're going to have a nice relaxing January. We'll probably play a semi-final of the League Cup. We'll probably cruise past Palace. Yeah. I'm supposed to be going to that match. Hincapié and Moss need to get more games together. Yeah, totally. Come on, you Gunners. 8,700. I don't like the numbers. Come on, you Gunners. Great to see, by the way. I get your point. I don't want to see them play together much at all. I want Gabriel and Saliba to be it now.
You have your choice, but like we're gonna have to you have to we're saying the same things over and over again. But
Ben White can play at centre back. Calafiori can play at centre back.
Did you say that you heard that Saliba is going to be out until January?
No, he's not, because Arteta did his press conference about 3 hours later and said it should be days, not weeks. He said Kai Havertz was still going to be weeks. He said Gabby, big Gabby, fucking reporter said to him, and then he news on Gabby, and he was like, help me out. We've got 1 in the staff and 3 in the team. Like, who do you want to know about? Gabby hates her. I fucking love him. I love him. I just absolutely love him. He looks like the difference to me this season. He looks like that kind of, we're fucking having it. And Arteta finally has someone he likes, because I don't think he likes Albert Stufenberg. I'm not getting the vibes. Recovery, hopefully Sunday. Oh, yeah, sorry. Hincapié may need to get more games together, but then, the minute says, I'm assuming Saliba and Gabby are out, so it was worth weakening the team anymore, especially with Zubi and Rice. But that's the problem. That's what happens. It's a knock on. Oh, we've lost. That's the first time that's happened. What have you done with Zanzi?
I was kidding about the curtains. I was kidding. I was joking.
Oh, my God. Well, the show must go on, but I don't know how. Hincapié must need to get more games. I've read that. See, it's all going crazy already. Recovery, hopefully Sunday, Monday with your squad. Recovery, I just like recovery to be 4 or 5 days, not like 2 days, traveling included. Oh, that reminds me, lol. Did you see Kimmich whining about long balls when Bayern actually played more long balls? Yeah. Kimmich is a true winner. He does not like not winning. And I'm sure he said a load of stupid things. Poor centre-back play led to the corner. Okay. That's kind of what you were saying, isn't it, Gary?
I think, yeah. Okay. I don't know if I always say poor, but it's just not. It's not experienced in the Premier League. Premier League center backs, no. I mean, I like to think that, like, from what I was reading, listening to, Chelsea's center backs had actually played together. That might have been the first time. Yeah. That had been like the first time they had played back-to-back games together, which I believe definitely helps. And it's not like they haven't been in the league for a while, but it definitely helps. And I think we'll see some improvement from the last game to this one with our center backs, because they will have played. They know they won't be playing a team like Chelsea.
Yeah, they'll be playing Brentford. We'll be at home. You expect us to have more possession going forward. The thing is, the reminder here is that Caicedo did get sent off. I know not everyone thinks he should have been. I do. I'm biased. But the real challenge for me is when you go away to teams like Chelsea, you're so up for it. Brentford aren't going to be as up for it as Chelsea. It's a different dynamic when you're playing at home as well, because they come to the Emirates knowing we've only dropped 2 points there this season in the Champions League.
Who's been saying that Caicedo shouldn't have been sent off?
Oh, quite a few people. I've seen loads of people saying, pundits. I think Alan Shearer said he didn't think it was a sending off. I might be misquoting him there, but yeah, people have been saying. I think Danny Murphy might have been one who said that. I don't think it was. It was. There are people saying, "Oh, it's horrible when they show it in slow motion." I don't think they should show it in slow motion. I think Mark Goldbridge was saying that when the referee goes to watch it on the screen, he shouldn't be watching it in slow motion. I'm like, true. But that means everyone else has seen it in slow motion except the man who gets to make the decision. And that just seems a bit weird. I like to think that an intelligent human being can discern that it is easier to see I think the whole process of VAR where the ref goes to the screen is just fucking silly. Because how many times in your life have you ever seen a ref make a decision, get called to the VAR that people have been watching 20 times now in slow motion and suggested he should come and watch it, go over there and go, nah, fuck it, I'm staying my own. They never did. Once I've seen it.
Yeah,
So,
I wish they would just, say, look, I know this. I know how this game is getting called. I'm the one calling it. I know what could have happened there. I don't need to see the tape, and even if I see the tape, it's not going to make me change my decision because I made the right call. It's not a mistake. It's how this game is being played.
Yeah,
right. And he should be able to say that.
Wow, that man would have a statue. I think that ref would have a statue. If that statue was like, fuck it, we're playing old, we're ditching VAR. I'll tell you if it's offside and fuck you. That would be.
Yeah. If the who's our Anthony Taylor, I'm looking at the FB ref, so it has all the names there. If he had called the game even where either everybody was getting yellow cards or nobody was getting yellow cards, I would say, you know what? Fine. But that's not what it seemed like to me.
No, it did, and I'm always cautious that I'm too biased to watch it. But my God, like the first booking in that match went to Zubimendi.
Yeah. Well, no, that was one of the fastest 3 yellows in football, in Premier League football.
And it felt like
3 in 12 minutes.
Hincapié just looks a little bit like, what the fuck did I, like, what have I done now? Like, and it just, it did change the context of the game because we're already thin at the back. We're not really in a position to play our third choice centre backs, even though he did make the Miles Lewis Skelly for Calafiori sub, which
the referee created the red card.
Yeah.
Because we got 3 yellows in 12 minutes. Casado had at least 3 fouls in those same 12 to 15 minute period.
Yeah.
Right. And all he did is go, well, I guess I'm all right. Whatever I'm doing is working. And then he just continued on. And basically, if he had a yellow, he wouldn't go into that tackle that way.
I mean, the worst thing about the Caicedo sending off was the play acting of injury. Because you had all the commentators going, oh, he looks really hurt. And go, I don't know why, though, because he stood up, like it's not. Anyway, it's one of the most silly things to talk about, really, decisions that referees made. But we get stuck in it because they so often make decisions you don't really understand. I thought the yellow cards, I think the game got away from him. I don't think either set of Chelsea or Arsenal fans are happy with the refereeing. Anthony Taylor, I don't know if he's the worst referee. We've got Michael Oliver to contest with. He's not the worst. Seeing out game, not real rotation. Yeah, that's true. Gyökeres, maybe 3 or 4 different guys. How will know Premier League? I like the way you're thinking. Now, Nwaneri hasn't grabbed the opportunity when. No, fair. I don't know if he's really been given an opportunity this season. And he's
like I said, he hasn't played in a month. I mean, when he comes in, you expect him to play.
What did he play? He played in the League Cup game, and he has played games this season. So I remember not being wowed by him. But he's young, a little bit of a fall off. That's normal. That can happen, can't it?
I mean, MLS has had a bit of a fall off as well, hasn't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, but more because somebody else is playing his position better than him.
Yeah, but Arteta must have been absolutely fuming when he got booked about 5 minutes after coming on to replace Calafiori, who was already booked.
But you know what? I don't know about you, but I feel I'm repeating myself, but anyway, it's the different audience maybe. I think his defense was a little suspect towards the end of last season, and I don't think it's gotten better this season. Like whatever was happening, because he played well in the first half of the season and stuff, but as it got towards the end, we started looking at him like, oh man, that is the season may have got too much for him, in terms of what he had to put in, because defense looked suspect, like as opposed to, some of the fouls that happened that were probably not his fault, but towards the end, it was look no different than what we're seeing now, where he's getting turned easy, you know, and like, you know, maybe he's rushing into things a little bit too soon and getting taken because, you know, the league is faster. Yeah,
I don't know. Like, I mean, honestly, I've never been super confident in Miles Lewis-Skelly in a big game at left back, but there have been games like Man City where I've gone, okay, I was wrong.
Yeah,
I don't think any of us really understand the selections 100% at the moment. I thought that given the fact that Saliba was out, I thought he went with pretty much the lineup I would have gone with the exception of Martinelli. I wouldn't have started Martinelli. I might not have the information though, so I don't know if Noni Madueke was never going to last a full game. So we'll see. But Brentford is a different thing. So we've got as far as putting Raya in goal, and I think I'd like us to do the rest of the team as well because I think Raya was obvious. Gary, right back. Jurriën Timber, or are we resting? We cannot rest a man who's made of marble. The man is just a legend.
I love the way he got pushed over in the back in that Chelsea game. And the linesman, who was like 2 yards away, looked at it and thought, it's not a foul, is it?
He's just so solid, so fast, so mobile, so good with the ball at his feet, so intelligent. I cannot really fault Jurriën Timber. I wish him silverware so much that he will stand alongside the Laurens and players like that. If you're putting if he wins 2 Premier Leagues and please God, maybe even a Champions League in the next 5 years, let's say, then he's in the category of the Invincibles. He'll be able to be selected alongside one of them. And I think Timber, Rice, Xhaka, they're starting to, Saliba, Gabriel, they're starting to look like silverware comes in and people will be talking about them for generations, you know? I'm going to rush through some of these because I've been really remiss. I've not been impressed by Ranieri at this level. He should go out on loan. That's what you were saying, Gary. I get annoyed when teams complain about style of play. Find a way to beat your opponent, long ball throw-ins, set pieces, whatever. Kimmich was just bitter. Yeah, look, I love Joshua Kimmich. I think he's one of the best players in the world, or maybe not anymore, but definitely in the conversation. But like, don't listen to people who are used to winning when they lose because they do talk some utter fucking bilge. Ranieri is 2 years younger than Miles Lewis-Skelly. I'm sure. I don't think he is. I think he's
like less than a year between the two of them.
Less talk of loaning out youngsters. I love it. Boys in the woke up and out that. Don't you fucking dare. No, I agree. I don't want to see it. If we do it, it's got to be at the start of the season, and it's usually a signal that you're not making it. He will freshen not being much pitch. Oh, I see what you mean, because he hasn't played a lot. Okay, good. Ranieri's been playing in the wrong position. Yeah, mostly. I would argue that was true. And the minutes went down to Dalman instead of Ranieri because the club saw both the Gluminati and Top Gooners gassing up Dalman and wanted him to start. Ranieri was yesterday's news. I really hope not. I hope he's not Emil Smith Rowe. It just breaks my heart watching Emil Smith Rowe play against City, and I just thought, he's one of our own, man.
You see the header? You see the header from him today?
Yeah. It's funny because I did think it'd be great if, before it went to 3-0. It was 3-0, then 3-1, wasn't it? Then it went 4-1, 5-1, and then what game? I said to the missus sitting on the sofa watching it. Then obviously I switched over to the Newcastle game, and I was like, "Should we stay on the Newcastle game?" And then obviously so I was like, back to the City game, and I was looking at the odds, and I was saying, it's like 40-1 on a draw. And she went, right. And I thought I might just put a sneaky little bit of money on that just in case it comes up, so I can sit there and go, "Told you." What a game though! 5-4, fair enough, but it just lacked the drama of an equaliser.
It needed one. It needed one because like a lot of people will just say, that's just the heart of a champion. They were able to succumb the onslaught from Fulham late in the game and get the 3 points. So you know what? It doesn't matter.
It's not they shipped 4 goals. It's not that. It's not that they that they look like they've got a net in front of them.
It would be one thing if it was a blip. We saw a similar thing to see the week before. Leeds was supposed to get blown out by them. We were sitting there, it was like 2-0. And you're like, oh wow.
I don't know if you saw typical City. I really like him. He does a lot of Manchester City stuff. He had a really tough day. Check him out if you haven't already. But he was furious. They won 3-2, obviously, but he was fucking livid. He goes, "That's not a performance. I only saw the second half, but that's not a performance." And I was like, mad, it's true. Like you can try and convince us. You can piss up our back and tell us it's raining. This is how champions behave. No, it isn't. It's not how champions.
If somebody said that you're going to play Leeds and you're going to turn around and you're going to play Fulham in back-to-back games and you're going to give up 6 goals, and you only have like really one player out, right? I mean,
well, it's a hell of a player.
It's what?
He's a hell of a player.
Yeah, no, I know, but like this is City, so I mean the drop off.
That is perfect. What you just said there is what I'm contesting. Yeah. It's City, right? Well, it's not though, is it? Like it's not the same players, and I know that you can look to the Leverkusen result where they got beaten at home by Leverkusen 2-0. In a game they actually need to win because unlike us, they might not qualify without the next round. Then they get Leeds at home and everyone's going, all right, well, we can put up with a Bayer Leverkusen result, but you've got to spank Leeds. And at 2-0, it's starting to look, all too easy. 2-2, that's not how champions roll. It's not how champions roll. We know that because we've been that club. We've been the late last gasp winner against Brentford. Yeah, we're still in it. That Gary Neville talks about the emotional energy of these kinds of games draining your legs. And I feel like there are enough players in the Man City side that don't remember winning a league. That they're the ones that could fall apart. Doku looks great at the moment. But what about Cherky? I thought he was a sensation. I thought he was. Reinders doesn't look as good as I thought he would. He's out of my fantasy Premier League team just in time to fucking score tonight. Think you guys are doing too much with Wanyeri. I recommend playing some football manager with the aim being to develop young players. Even in FM, they aren't getting regular minutes. Yeah, no, it's fair enough. It's just it's not really us comparing Wanyeri to an ideal standard. It's more comparing him to the kind of players we're up against. Esteval.
And the difference is that he's gotten the minutes. He's gotten minutes.
He hasn't ever gotten full minutes. He didn't get full minutes.
No, but I mean he's gotten lots of games under his belt playing at probably. Would it be a higher level than what Gary's played up to this point in their careers? Some would say probably yes, right?
Who, Esteval?
Yeah.
Oh, Esteval's had no minutes. He's like nothing.
No, but I mean coming into the Chelsea team, the minutes he had prior, like the experience that he's had playing football.
Not that much.
I thought he played a lot of minutes for wherever he was before he got. I mean, he played in the Club World Cup, right? I mean, he was playing. He was starting for them, wasn't he? I thought he came in with a lot of experience, and that's why people were like, he's going to break all these records in Brazil or whatever.
No, he is yet another amazing player to come out of Brazil that's widely fancied and much hyped, and not all of whom make it, by the way. But you can say all that about Esteval. Well, let's have a look. Well,
during the game, I was sitting there and we watched it, and all his shots looked like somebody who hadn't been used to playing in a big game like that.
So I would say, relative to experience, and bearing in mind that he's playing, was it second string Brazil? I don't really understand the Brazilian leagues. I've never played them on Football Manager. I just couldn't begin to understand them. But he's played nearly 3,000 minutes for the last 2 seasons and nothing before that. So his career so far adds up to about 6,000 minutes, which I'd be surprised if that wasn't more than Wanyeri, to be fair.
Let's take a look.
Let the lads develop. It's a long road from here. Do not baby them either. Kick them, but not too hard. Right, I'm off now, Razor. Zanzi, Gary, have a good show. Thank you for being here.
Yeah.
We as Big Arms dipped in show. The sponsor of the show. Did I end up turning the ads off? Shit, I don't know if I did.
So and Wary's total minutes.
Ad free next show for you, Anthony. I'm really. Oh no, I did turn it off. Thank God for that.
Okay. And Wary's total minutes in league play are 1,000, just over 1,000. Wait.
Yeah, so he's played more.
No. That is.
All right. While you work it out, I'm going to go through the chat. Night all chat.
1,000 and
still going through it. Hang on. So I sort of Jesus singing along to the angel, and now I want him to come back. Oh yeah, that was beautiful. That was a little moment in the crowd. Jesus, training or anything. What happened? I don't know. Oh man, I'm miles behind if that's what you were saying. 12:24. Shit. Right, we're going. 15 minutes of chat. Let's go. Lineker said it wasn't even red, maybe not even a yellow. I know Lineker, bless him. Kukurea was lucky not to see red. Oh yeah, I mean,
true.
Yeah, just for the hair. It was definitely a red, almost a leg breaker. I agree, biased as I am.
True.
We're forgetting Wanyeri. Sorry, let me just rattle through these. That's all I want to do. We're forgetting Wanyeri has started games and people haven't been impressed. He's had starts. I realise I know nothing when it comes to us winning a league, so I'm just going to let it unfold and happen. It's the best way, Jose. I'm telling you, just don't dream about it. Don't hope about it. Just take one game. Would you rather be where we are, or is there a team you'd rather be in a position of? No, then we are where we are. And then I would expect Wanyeri to fill the bulk of his minutes starting from mid-December this season. Now, over to you, Zanzi.
No, I was just agreeing with you with what you're saying about Kukurea and Lineker being a twat.
I've always liked Gary Lineker. It is true. But right. I've got to end the stream in the next 8 seconds. You've all been absolutely lovely. See you again on Friday. Lots of love. Goodbye.